Hello, Gabriel.
Hello, Martina. Seems like it's getting darker where you are. I just noticed. We used to make these videos and it was always in bright day, and now it's quarter to 6 and it's already like dawn at your dusk, I think, at your place.
It is the first time since I moved to Pelvorm that I see in the interview my face in a light light.
Yeah.
How are you, Gabriel?
We talked about this question, I think, a few weeks ago, just you and I privately, and I think it was you, at least. When I have this question, I usually answer like I try to paint a picture, and I'm somehow like a tree that has its roots like really deep into the ground, but then like the 2/3 of the tree is just without any leaves or anything, and then above is the only green. It's a pine tree. So there's somehow in the middle there's something of the life energy is missing, and at the top it's growing, and at the bottom the roots are there. That's how I am.
What would be a possibility for you to answer my question without using that picture? Or why did you use especially that picture of the tree?
It was the picture that somehow there was like it fitted the energy that I felt of how I am. That's why I choose this one. And probably I could also find different pictures that fit a similar energy or a different part of the energy that I have. And if you want to have a less detailed answer, it's maybe...
Stop. Why is it important for you to offer me an answer that fits to the energy that you have?
I mean, that's how I am, right? That's the question.
You say, that sounds to me like if the tree answer would be the only true answer for you to give. Because you say, this is how I am. So this is how I am is for me, okay, this is the only true answer that I can give to that question.
Not necessarily. I'm also feeling like a cloud that's somehow just blown by the wind and just like moving quite fast and quite slow at the same time, with some external energy pushing it.
Okay, this is another picture that you offer.
Yeah.
Why do you choose answers? What is the wisdom in choosing answers where you work with those pictures? Why do you do that?
I somehow got bored by this question of how are you? It's like, okay. How are you? Yeah, fine. It's the American thing is like, yeah, fine. And it's like a thing to say hello, how are you? And for me, it's a possibility to train this muscle of creating an image, or like painting an image, painting something in the mind of me and of other people, to see what's happening with me right now. And I have been magic hippos, and I have been like crazy unicorns and whatever. Whenever it fit the energy, yeah. So it's also practice of the skill of imagination, and to somehow to try to express the feelings and the energies that are in me with words through a picture, to let the other person sense it, because I have the story that you can sense that. I can, yeah.
When I ask you how are you, you are bored, you said. Or when someone asks you how are you are bored. What is that bored? What kind of feeling is that to be bored?
It's some sort of resentment.
Okay, that's when you stay with the four feelings, which one is it? What would you say?
The dominant thing is anger, but like this anger which has mixed in this sadness of I cannot change it anyway.
What?
I cannot change it. I cannot change it anyway. I cannot change the question. Like it's just like, okay, this question again. You know.
This is the sadness. This question again.
Yeah.
This is the sadness.
Yeah.
And what does the anger say?
The same thing. Like, this question again. Like, don't you have anything else to ask? Is how are you really the question that you want to ask right now?
Okay, and why don't you say that? Why do you choose to paint a picture?
Because like it's just a possibility. It's just a different possibility. It's a good question. Yeah, I never it's like it opens, like I just chose it someday. So I just chose to do it. For the sake of experimenting, for the sake of painting pictures. And what I realize now is that it opens really cool spaces. Because like usually then this image can somehow opens up a space where the other person interacts with. Yeah, I in a way I shift the space. I don't have to say it anymore. I just shift the space into something else.
I wonder if another thing could happen, and this is when somebody asks you how are you, and you choose that possibility to paint a picture, then because what happened with me when you answered before was that I thought, wow, this guy is he's really special. He's not a normal person who says just fine or okay or a little bit tired. He paints a picture for me, and that is a form of fascination in me. And but on the other hand, there is no intimacy. So the distance for me, the distance is getting bigger. Because I think this is another world, and for me it is a little bit like an arrogance. No.
So you would feel more intimate with me if I was just said, oh, I'm fine.
I would. Let's try that, okay?
Yeah.
Would you ask me?
Ask you how you are?
Ask me a question.
How are you, Martina?
Yeah. Okay. A little bit tired.
Okay. It doesn't seem like you're very connected to me.
Do you believe me?
I believe you that you're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somehow it seems to me that you don't really want to have a conversation.
Yeah. I have this experience in the last days when I talk to people. It is like, and I ask some questions, or I just talk to them. They offer me some like layers of something. They offer me like dummies. They offer me like, okay, take that. They throw it and throw the words and say, take that. And there is no chance, because that is what they offer. And they have no chance to change that, because that's what they offer. And there is no closeness. And I can see that this is not the truth. And they probably can see that. I don't know if they see that. Sometimes I want to ask, do you see that we are just lying? You are lying and I am lying. Do you see that?
Try this experiment, please. And next week we'll talk about it. You get €5.
I am 5 euros. Okay, okay. I'm very afraid of that. Very afraid. But I do that. I do that.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you, Gabriel, for this talk.
Thank you, Martina.
I like that. Bye-bye.
Bye.